Once upon a time, in a quaint little town cradled by rolling hills and whispering streams, lived a girl named Anna. This town, with its cobblestone streets and charming cottages, was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the whispers of the past mingled with the hopes of the future. Anna, with her soulful eyes and quiet demeanor, was a part of this timeless tapestry, her life unfolding like the pages of an old, cherished book. Her world was a canvas of shadows, each stroke painting a story of fear and uncertainty. From a young age, the sun seemed reluctant to shine on her, casting long shadows that followed her every step. These shadows were not just physical but emotional, wrapping around her heart and mind, creating a barrier between her and the world. She often found herself lost in the labyrinth of her thoughts, searching for a way out, a glimmer of light to guide her. Growing up, Anna's heart was a fragile vessel craving love, yet marred by the scars of her parents' turbulent relationship. The arguments, the cold silences, the unspoken words, they all left their mark on her, shaping her perception of love and trust. She learned to build walls around her heart, to protect herself from the pain she feared would come. But deep down, she longed for someone to see through those walls, to understand the true her. The echoes of their disputes resonated within her, instilling a deep-seated fear of abandonment and a persistent feeling of never being enough. These specters from her past molded her into a being too terrified to trust, too wary to hope. She carried these fears with her, like a heavy cloak, weighing her down, making it difficult to move forward. Yet there was a part of her that yearned to break free, to find the courage to trust and hope once more. But in this world of shadows, there was Lucas, her beacon of light. Lucas, with his gentle demeanor and kind heart, was a stark contrast to the darkness that surrounded Anna. He saw the world through a lens of compassion and understanding, always ready to lend a helping hand, to offer a word of encouragement. To Anna, he was like a breath of fresh air, a reminder that there was still goodness and light in the world. Lucas, with kindness gleaming in his eyes, gentleness in his touch, and a warmth in his smile that thawed the icy barriers around her heart. His presence was like a soothing balm to her wounded soul, slowly healing the scars of her past. He had a way of making her feel seen, understood, and valued, something she had longed for all her life. With him, she felt a sense of safety and belonging that she had never known before. The moment their eyes met, a spark of hope, long forgotten, flickered within her. It was as if a dormant part of her soul had been awakened, a part that believed in the possibility of love and happiness. This spark grew stronger with each passing day, fueled by Lucas's unwavering support and affection. She began to see a future where she could be happy, where she could love and be loved in return. Yet love is a tender bloom, needing nurturing and boldness to truly flourish. It requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to be vulnerable. Anna knew this, but the fear of getting hurt again often held her back. She struggled with the idea of opening up, of letting someone in, but Lucas's gentle persistence gave her the courage to take small steps towards healing and trust. And courage? It was something Anna felt she sorely lacked. She had spent so many years hiding behind her walls that the idea of stepping out into the open, of exposing her true self, was terrifying. But Lucas's love gave her strength, a strength she didn't know she had. She began to believe that maybe, just maybe, she could find the courage to face her fears and embrace the love that was being offered to her. Her heart whispered to leap, to confess her feelings to Lucas, but her scars chained her down, haunted by the terror of rejection. The fear of being hurt again, of being abandoned, was a constant companion, whispering doubts and insecurities into her ear. But there was also a voice of hope, a voice that urged her to take a chance, to believe in the possibility of a happy ending. Time slipped by, days into weeks, weeks into months, and Anna remained ensnared by her own silence, watching Lucas from a distance, oblivious to the tempest within her. She longed to reach out, to tell him how she felt, but the words always seemed to get stuck in her throat. She watched as life moved on around her, feeling like a spectator in her own story, waiting for the courage to take the next step. The agony of unspoken words grew, feeding the demons of doubt and insecurity lurking within her. Each day that passed without her expressing her feelings felt like a missed opportunity, a chance slipping through her fingers. The weight of her silence became heavier, making it harder to breathe, to think, to hope. She knew she couldn't go on like this forever, that she needed to find a way to break free from the chains of her fear. But love, enduring love, wields a power that can pierce any darkness. It has the ability to heal, to transform, to bring light to the darkest corners of our hearts. Anna began to realize that the love she felt for Lucas was stronger than her fears, that it had the power to conquer the demons that had haunted her for so long. She knew that she needed to find the courage to embrace this love, to let it guide her out of the shadows and into the light. As seasons changed, Anna discovered a spark of bravery she never knew she had. It started as a small flicker, a whisper of hope, but it grew stronger with each passing day. She began to see herself in a new light, as someone capable of facing her fears, of taking risks, of opening her heart. This newfound bravery gave her the strength to take the first step towards expressing her feelings to Lucas. With hands shaking and soul exposed, she penned a letter, a confession imbued with tears and silent prayers. She poured her heart into those words, expressing all the emotions she had kept bottled up for so long. It was a cathartic experience, a release of all the pain, fear, and longing that had been weighing her down. She knew that this letter was her chance to finally be honest, to let Lucas see the true her. She handed Lucas the letter, her heart a tumultuous sea of hope and fear. As he took the letter from her, she felt a mixture of relief and anxiety, knowing that her fate was now in his hands. She watched as he read the words she had written, her heart pounding in her chest, every second feeling like an eternity. She hoped that he would understand, that he would see the love and vulnerability in her words. Time halted in that breathless moment of waiting. The world seemed to stand still as she watched Lucas's face, searching for any sign of his reaction. She felt like she was holding her breath, waiting for the moment when he would look up and give her an answer. The anticipation was almost unbearable, but she knew that this was a moment she had to face, a moment that could change her life forever. And then, like sunlight cleaving through storm clouds, Lucas reached out, his hands trembling, his eyes brimming with tears, confessing his silent longing for her. His words were like a balm to her soul, soothing the wounds of her past and filling her with a sense of hope and joy. She felt a weight lift off her shoulders, a sense of relief and happiness that she had never known before. In that moment, she knew that her love was reciprocated, that she was not alone in her feelings. In that instant, the barriers shattered, and they embraced, their tears weaving a symphony of joy. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated happiness, a moment that made all the pain and fear worth it. They held each other tightly, feeling the warmth and love that flowed between them, knowing that they had found something truly special. It was a moment that marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, a chapter filled with love, hope, and endless possibilities. From then, Anna and Lucas walked together, their love a luminous beacon in the gloom. They faced the challenges of life hand in hand, knowing that they had each other to lean on. Their love gave them the strength to overcome any obstacle, to face any storm, and to find joy in the simple moments of life. They knew that their journey was just beginning, and they were excited to see where it would take them. Together, they braved life's storms, fortified by their bond. They knew that there would be difficult times ahead, but they also knew that their love was strong enough to weather any storm. They supported each other, encouraged each other, and found strength in their shared love and commitment. They faced each challenge with courage and determination, knowing that they were stronger together than they could ever be apart. And beneath the vast starlit sky, Anna knew her path had led her to the greatest treasure, love, profound and true. a love that was worth every tear, every doubt, every fear. She looked up at the stars, feeling a sense of peace and contentment that she had never known before. She knew that her journey had been difficult, but it had also been worth it, for it had led her to Lucas and the love they shared. For in the embrace of her beloved, she found not just solace, but the courage to dream of a radiant tomorrow. She knew that their future was bright, filled with love, joy, and endless possibilities. She felt a sense of excitement and anticipation for the journey ahead, knowing that they would face it together, hand in hand. In Lucas's arms, she found the strength to believe in herself, to trust in their love, and to dream of a future filled with happiness and love.